Hey everybody, what's up? What's up? How is everyone? How was your weekend? Let me fix myself. How are y'all? Welcome. Welcome to Africa Awaits 50 Shades of Glow on YouTube. Africa Awaits on Facebook Live. How are y'all? We are live tonight. My name is Glow. Hey, TJ. My name is Glow, Miss G. Whenever you met me, y'all know what my name is, right? I want to welcome y'all uh, to tonight's live. Let's talk, travel, and move to Africa. That's what we're doing because this US of A is. I'm so tuned out. Hey there, Mecca LaQuisha. Welcome. If this your first time, welcome to the Globe Tribe. We're going to talk about some Africa because we need it. We need the motherland is calling us home. If we don't get the message, what? I think we need the message. Okay. We got the message. It's clear. It's clear. Stevie Wonder. Hey, what's up? Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles can see that the motherland is calling us home because quiet as it's kept, we were born here in this crazy place. Okay. We were born here. This is not where we're from. Every one of melanin, our origination is Africa. So let that sink a little. But I want to welcome y'all to the chat. Has anyone heard of Benin Republic? Put a yes in the chat if anyone has heard or has traveled to Benin Republic. Hey, YouTube people. Usually I have on my YouTube, I have my international people. YouTube people, shout me out. And Sharon is Karen. So I would love for y'all, don't cost y'all anything. Please share. Just hit the share button. Boom. Just hit the share button. Hit the share, hit the like, because we want to spread the word. And you don't want your friends asking you a million questions like they used to do me. That's why I started this, because I was getting so many questions about, oh, well, is it safe? Oh, I was scared for you. Aren't you nervous going over? I'm like, aren't you nervous going to Walmart? Like, let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation, right? We want to talk about safety. We want to throw shade at safety. You know, how did you feel, Carla? Welcome. Yeah, let's talk about safety going to Walmart, yo. So that's how I started it. So I am an avid traveler and started re-traveling when I turned 50. And I said then, after spending like 25 years, housewife, you know, supporting my family, husband, all that, raising kids. And when my 50th birthday came, I said that I'm going to start doing me, right? So I was going to go to Dubai with a girlfriend. Her father-in-law got sick. I was so stressed out. I said, I'm still going. And that's how I started on my journey as being a solo traveler. So I know a lot of people that come on, you know, they want to travel, but they're like, who's this? Hey, David, all these new folks, welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all gonna learn a lot. We're gonna have some fun. fun. Um, Traveling, and it's so just on the solo traveling tip. Anyone that is a solo traveler or that you want to travel, but you're not traveling because you're waiting for that girlfriend. Thank you. You're waiting for that girlfriend to go, or whoever, or your husband to go, or whatever, and they him and hawing. When folk go him and hawing, they're not going. I'm just telling you. When they start asking questions and making the trip seem like a algebra equation, they're not going. My background is sales, and when people start bringing up objections, well, you think it's really hot over there, or well, I don't know because they're not going. I'm just they just don't want to tell you they're not going. Okay, so don't chase them. If they're gonna go, they know from the moment you tell them this is serious stuff, they're going. You don't have to think about it. They're going because they basically almost manifest it immediately. But anyway, I have some good stuff. Africa is the gift that keeps on giving. We have just been deliberately blinded about what is over on the other side, that we have been kept away by the colonizers, the whatever. Africa just keeps is a gift that keeps on giving. So the first round that we did, we started this in October. So I was going to say, I'm an avid traveler. I'm a solo traveler. I'm a 50 plus traveler. I am a travel professional. Um, I worked for a large company that did travel. Well, they were a credit card company, but they did travel, right? And then when I asked them about Africa, they basically said, "Oh, no one travels to Africa." Okay, we doing that. AMEX, we doing that. Oh, okay. So I just decided, you know what? It's no problem. If y'all don't want to do that market, I'll do it. No problem. So Glam Lux Travel, just a little tidbit for the new people that's in the chat. I purposely made Glam Lux Travels an Africa only. Now I'll book you anywhere you would like to go. But I have dedicated my niche and my focus is Africa, the continent of Africa. So that's why I'm giving information to share it with y'all. So when y'all decide if y'all need assistance, I'm definitely here for you. So anyway, so love to travel, and I just fell in love with Africa, and that's where I'm going on the journey at this moment to repatriate, and I'll be repatriating to the country of Kenya. So I am going through the process, going through the process, honey. So, we could definitely talk, and I'm going through the process so much. I have made a book, a guide, 12 months, step by step. And then you can always ask me different things about the process, because it's almost like a relationship. When you first meet, is wonderful. Oh my God, he's so fine, he's so good. Boo, 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 boo. Then you go through the engagement stage. Oh, I'm gonna get married. Then when you get married, honey. But guess what? At the end of the day, it's still worth it. It's still much better than here. I don't care. I don't care. It's a bumpy road, but it's still at the end of the day. Um, your mental, your health, your eating, your everything. It's much better. Your way of life, your cost of living, everything. So in these talks every night. We do it live Monday through Friday, and we are going through. We went through all of the 54 countries on the first round. Now we're going through the countries that you can travel and live in, and that's probably out of the 54. That's probably about 40, 45. It's most of them. And a lot of them are just hidden gems like this one tonight. I'm so excited to tell y'all about this one. Okay. So this is the um, Benin Republic. Put a yes in the chat if y'all have been to Benin or if y'all are from Benin. So I can have some fact checkers. And if you from Benin, I want y'all to come on the camera so we can talk, because this is less talk. All right. I do the research, but if I have a live and in charge, I want them to come on and talk. All right. So it's so much to share. And the history of Benin Republic is so cool, because I think it is the origination of Black girl magic, like Black girl bosses. Because, okay, has anyone been to Benin in like the last year or two and has seen and know the history of the statue of the Amazon? Has anyone? Has anyone? Y'all know I can't be seeing the chat. I'll be acting like I could see the chat. But anyway, okay. So let me give you some background. They just built a statue of, it's called the Amazon, right? And it is to honor the women warriors. I'm telling you, original Black girl magic, because back in the day, because Benin was a kingdom, okay, it was the homie, you know, every time I'm about to pronounce, I could never pronounce, I always say the Dahomey kingdom, right? So I had kings and queens, but they had female warriors. They had like a whole army of females. What? The sisters was like, oh no, y'all colonizers not coming up in here making us slaves. Absolutely not. We're going to spearhead. I ain't lying. I'm loving it. It was a whole army of female warriors. And they were warriors to resist slave trade. So they got up in there. They like, oh no, you're not trying to take our husbands or our kids. We're going to freaking throw spears at your ass. Yeah. They were big to fight against slave trade. Now, slave trade still happened because, you know, the colonizers had the money and the guns, not the spears. And, you know, so it was a fight, but still, you know, the women stepped up and was fighting. So if you go, it's a statue that was just made. And if y'all have been to where is it? Senegal, and y'all see the statue with the family, it's like big like that statue. They just built it. Courtney, they just built it within the last 2 years. It's breathtaking. And it's a woman. Okay. Yeah, it's a woman with her I think she even had looked like it was a gun or something. And you remember in Wakanda, it's basically from that. So a lot of the Wakanda in the movie came from different places. Of course, as you know, in Africa, they took it, and how the women were the warriors in the movie. In Benin Republic, it was women warriors back in the 1500s, 1600s, and they were fierce. So the statue was finally made. It's called the Amazon, and it was finished in 2022. So this is really recent. and that's to honor the women warriors, right? So big time Black girl magic. Um, this place along, so that's like that turned me on from, I'm all about Black girl magic and women's strength and everything like that. So that pretty much sets the tone for Benin. And another thing about Benin, it is everyone that I talked to, studied about it. Benin is noted to be the cleanest. You will not see a wrapper on the ground. It is noted to be the cleanest country, well, city, the big cities that you will be in, and that's Cotonou. And the Cotonou, oddly enough, is the most popular, but it's not the capital. Okay. They also, Miss Benita, welcome. It's not the capital, but it's the most popular, and it has tons of expatriates and also diplomats and everything like that. A million like USD million, not African million, USD $1 million houses. Okay. Sitting at the beach. Okay. Yes. So that is Contonu, but the capital is actually it was Novo. One second. One second. The yeah, Porto Novo is the capital. Porto Novo is the capital. Contonu, Contonu is the place that you would fly into when you visit there. Um, this city, Benin, but also the city. I always give my little African handbags. I give this strongly, a strong 4. The reason why I wouldn't give it a 5 is because of 2 things. Knowing the audience that I speak to, because this information is for y'all to, ponder on, think about traveling to. I would definitely put this on my bucket list. This is a sleeper, like many of the the countries that we talk about. This is people sleeping on this one. And you think that, who is this? Sharifa, Miss Muhammad. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I had some coffee, so I'm on one. I'm as my daughter said, don't do 10 on 2. But yes, so this one is a sleeper. And if the homes to purchase, there's homes that you can get for under 100,000, right? But like the houses in the it areas, and I was researching, I was like, well, maybe we can find some that in there. But the houses that's in the it areas are, of course, pristine, security at the beach. So the neighborhoods. So you have the neighborhoods. You have a couple neighborhoods. You have Holly Vive and Cotatea and Fitarusi. Fitarusi. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, but those areas are right between the beaches here and the airports here. So like it's perfect. Perfect to the airport. You're not in the middle of nowhere and you're right at the beach, and it's the Atlantic beach. So this is Benin is West Africa. So its neighbors are Burkina Faso, We gonna talk about Burkina Faso tomorrow, okay? With Captain Ibrahim, with his fine self. I wish he'd smile a little. He'd be so fine. Oh my gosh. But anyway, Gloria focus. All right. So Benin is Togo, Burkina Faso, Nigeria, Ghana. So that's what it's surrounded by. So all of the countries that it's surrounded by is pretty ally, except Togo got issues. Togo has some issues. Yeah, Togo has some issues. So as like I love my Watamayo. So basically, when you're coming from Togo, and I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but just getting to the city, but you would fly in. Don't go on no roads. Just fly in. You can fly into Contonu, okay, and it's done. Don't try to leave from Nigeria or Ghana and drive 6 hours and it turn into 24 because you have 50 um, uh, um, security stops. And they give, for whatever reason, they give the Africans a hard time getting to another African country. But they said that the colonizers established those checkpoints, and some countries just can't let it go. So they are trying to, break it down that Africa is definitely all one. But within that, just to tell y'all, some side stuff, because we want to talk about not just the glory of it, but the good, bad, ugly, and indifferent. So, it's still some mindset, and the Africans, give the Africans from another country a hard time, but they said that that is coming from like history of um, when everything was separate. But it's slowly breaking down. So that's really, really good. Miss Rosemary, thank you so much for joining us. And I want y'all, please, 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 sharing is caring. Sharing is caring. So please hit that share button so your friends won't bother you and ask you questions. They can be on. We want to spread this word and spread it quick because we got some work to do. We have some work to do. Put in the chat if y'all trying to get out of here. I ran into a lady today at um one of my stores, and she said her and her husband got a 3-year plan. Who has a 1 to 3 year plan? Yes, you have to get the step by step guide. I have it. So DM me or hit in the link at the end. But anyway, let's get back to Benin, but specifically Contonu, because that's where you would be. Okay. Um, the people, nice as can be. So I mean, just the vibe is there. The people are warm, they're friendly, they're welcoming. They are very, very um, proud and of their heritage, their country, their culture. And I'll get into that a bit more because they do have a bit of a controversial culture. Uh, I'll give somebody an itinerary. If y'all can put in the chat, and I'm timing the chat to see who can answer it. What is their controversial culture in Benin? Okay. And I will send y'all, so the person that wins, I'll send y'all a free itinerary, 7-day itinerary. Let me see. So I was talking about the black girl magic, right? Of the female that they honored, the female warriors that really fought the colonizers to resist slave trade. Um, they still have slave trade, okay? And Ghana is not the only place that had the door of no return. Also, Benin, and they have like a whole shrine of the door of no return, and a lot of most all of the African countries that's on the coast, they had somewhat of a door of no return because it was Atlantic slave trade all up and down. That was their business. That was the business back in the 1700s, 1600s. That was the business, 1800s. After the colonizers came, they were doing business with the United States and, all the other countries. So slave trade was it. That was a business. That was a business. So Benin also has, or Contonu, they have a door of no return also, but now they've turned it into like a shrine. They just built that statue, and the wonderful thing is, why is that statue directly across the street from the U.S. Embassy? The U.S. Embassy is right there, and they built the statue is right there. The statue, well, that area, definitely you take your drone. It is a Instagrammable uh, place, and what's also an Instagrammable reason for going to Contonu, they have a mural wall that probably goes 10 miles, something crazy. They have the longest graffiti mural wall in Africa, not in Benin, not in West Africa, in Africa. It's drop dead gorgeous, and it runs for miles. And so, could you just imagine the optics of a beautiful graffiti with all the it's different artists that did Latoy, hey stranger. All the different artists all over Africa, not just Benin, that has come and did art on that wall, and it runs for miles. It's the longest um mural, graffiti, wall, mural, whatsoever in Africa. You got to just go to see that. Okay, so you have that as an attraction. Art, they have a real growing art culture with that, and that just big time states. And it's like a walkable city also. Um, their main mode of transportation, oddly enough, is the bikes, the border borders. They call that, I call that in Kenya, but the bikes and walking. It's hot. It is hot there. I ain't gonna lie. It's hot. So you got to bring your water, but you're right next to the beach. Okay. You have the whole Atlantic Ocean coastline there. And then with the whole Atlantic coastline, and then it being Africa, and it's growing, but it still has its original culture. The fishermen go out and fish, so you know what that means. They coming back with some fresh fish that you go cook that night. You cooking that night. You cooking. They coming with the thing. I love it. They come out the boat with the fish. You want white snapper, you want red snapper, you want lobster. We will fillet it and put it in a bag of ice. You take it home, you cook it. Oh my gosh. like fresh on a level we just don't understand. Okay, we think we see it something when we go into the grocery store. We don't know when that fish came, but they done prepped it that it'll last. I don't know, but coming out the ocean, that's on another level fresh, right? So and like I said, the arts, the city and the country itself is, they pride in how clean they are. Like every um person that I studied, their first thing was like, oh my gosh, the city is so clean, the country is so clean. I've never seen a country so clean. Not one wrapper on the ground, not one. Even on the beach, not one wrapper. And then on the beach, they have something really interesting. So you know how on the beach you just have sand. They have put palm trees. They have planted palm trees all on the beach, and that is to help the environment in some way. But it's beach, it's palm trees on the beach. Okay. This city is quickly on the rise. Also, every person has said you have to put this on your bucket list to visit. So, and what I've seen, I definitely want to visit this place. They said as far as investment, you need to jump in like yesterday because the construction is like nonstop. And like who is really hearing about Benin? That's why I'm loving this. We only concentrate on the four countries when it's 50 more countries. And Benin is one of them, and all of the, like I'm telling you, it's just a gift that keeps on giving. Like the other day was Lesotho. Lesotho was the bomb. Okay. I'm trying to go to Lesotho. I'm trying to go to so many. Oh my goodness. I want to hit every country because the countries are just exploding with growth, exploding with growth. And what with the explosion, and you can be a part, Kimberly, welcome. And with the explosion of growth, the cool thing is, the wonderful thing is that your cost of living is mad, is ridiculous cheap. But we're gonna get it. We I always save the cost of living to last. Okay. So what else? So you have um different neighborhoods. So Benin Marina, of course, that's near the water, and the more exclusive neighborhoods are right at the beach and the airport. So, um, grocery stores, everything like that, great roads, um, very clean. The only thing, yeah, what I was talking about, why I gave it a four, is because they don't speak English. Mm. So who's Francois? Francois. They speak French, and since they have like an adjacent to Nigeria, they will speak. They speak Yoruba. Okay, they speak Yoruba and French. So if anyone fluent in French, you're good. If you're not, you're gonna go and visit and just smile. Unless you know Yoruba, okay? That's the only thing. They don't speak English. And then the other thing is that is a bit controversial is they they do have a blend of religions, and one of their religions are voodoo. They are a voodoo culture, but they're very proud of the voodoo culture. And I know with us coming from, Christianity and what's been said or whatever, we're like, oh my God, that's so bad. But like, in Haiti, some cultures are voodoo. Okay. And um uh with the voodoo culture, they also worship pythons and snakes it's a small area called Kudia, and they worship snakes there as part of that culture. But you just have to have an open mind if that's where, and that's not what is the main religion. They do have Islam and Christian, but there is a there is um, a voodoo culture. So that's the only controversial thing about it. Okay. Um, what else? Ta 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 ta. Anybody have any questions so far? Anyone on YouTube? What's up, YouTube? Y'all quiet over there. So it's near the Atlantic Ocean. And let me see. The tourism. If anyone is into hospitality, just thinking about business opportunities, they have tourism, but it's not at the level of like a Ghana. So this is all people kept saying is the investment to come and invest, the investment opportunities are there, and they see it growing really quickly. So if you are into hospitality, if you want to, open a small boutique hotel, um, that's an option. Anything that has to do with tourism, you want to jump on, and it's on the water, so you can't go wrong. Even if it's in a proximity, it doesn't have to be sitting on the water, of course, but it's warm all the time. The people are nice, it's clean, so you don't have to, so that really cuts a lot of fat out for you to do. Let me see what else. It is basically the land of paradise. Um, the ports, it has one of the largest ports, and the ports, they export like palm oil and stuff like that. And of course, Benin, Maya, welcome back. Um, uh, since it's on, the mainland of the continent, they sitting on gold, they sitting on oil, and they sitting on diamonds. Okay. So that's just a piece. All right. But everything is natural. They have, it was a person that talked about um there were some visitors that came and fell in love with Benin so much that they went back home, sold everything, came back, and um, built like it's a little further out because you have to take a boat to this restaurant. They found, I guess they bought a little bit of land and they turned it into like this oasis of a restaurant. And you take a little canoe or whatever. And even though it takes like 20 minutes, 30 minutes to get to, you have to go by boat. Um, the the scenery that you go through, the mangroves and everything like that, and see all the beauty, that is an experience in itself. And then you get to the area where the restaurant is, Nazinga. Then you get to where the restaurant is and enjoy the fresh seafood and things that they have. And then they also have animals that's just kind of roaming. They have the donkeys. They have what else did they have? The chimpanzees just around. And like folks think since they see it on in the zoos, they assume that the animals are like you should be scared of the animals. Uh, and I have, when I've gone over there, and I don't know anyone else that's been over in the continent, um, monkeys are around. This is sad. The animals not thinking about you. The animals going about their business. They may see, they may look, but then they're running, going about their business. So that's, everyone is in their own space. It's nothing that is threatening for them to attack you. You're eating and everything's just natural and normal, and everyone is just well with nature. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful, beautiful thing. All right. What else I got for you? Cocochina is another area. And they're saying, so put this in Twyla. Oh my gosh. Hey, Miss Twyla. Yeah, just put this in the back of your mind. In 2 years, y'all gonna say, Gloria told us about Benin. The developers said 2 to 3 years. 2 to 3 years you got before it'll be untouchable. Because it's waterfront, it's West Africa, it's right. Ghana's their neighbor, Nigeria's their neighbor. Nigeria has the number one GDP in all of Africa. And then Ghana has a whole ton of expatriates that's there. So it's just people coming. And then how Burkina Faso is doing, like Burkina Faso. I can't wait to talk about Burkina Faso tomorrow. Burkina Faso, man, he's like blowing us away. But anyway, so this is a place where if you can plan a visit to check it out, if you want to be by the water, if you want to be in a clean place, if you want to be around friendly, chill people, the crime is like less than 1%. And if it's even like it's almost nothing. It's almost nothing. Okay. And that's how it is in most of the African countries, except for the big cities, like the densely populated places. The more people is going to be, the more likely. But they have 13 million people in the entire country. And for the size, that's not really that much because, there's the people aren't all concentrated in Contonu and Porto Novo. Okay, so it's people out, everything like that. Let me see. All right. What time is it? I be on time. All right. So, talked about the beaches and the fishes, and they have an open air market that you can go and shop with from the locals and everything like that. Cost of living, loving it. Cost of living, it's almost to the point where I don't even have to tell y'all to have I already told y'all about business opportunities and investments to do. Hospitality, definitely. Tourism, definitely. And anything that kind of spreads from there. And of course, the typical the teacher thing with every single country. If you don't even have to be a teacher. As long as you have your degree and you speak English, they want you in, and especially since this is a French country, they want you in the private schools because English is the global language. So they want people that know English to teach in the schools. All right, so the cost of living is going to crack y'all up. So, a family of 4, the cost of living is right about $2,365. That's inclusive of everything, right? A three-bedroom apartment in the city center goes for about 470 to 950, depending on how you want to roll. A 1-bedroom, if you're just a one person in the city center, 200. This is per month, $200 to $300 a month. Now, in some countries, they want you to pay like for the year, and then you don't have to worry about paying rent for a year. So 200 times, that's $2,400. That's how much folks paying for rent per month. That's how much a 2-bedroom is in Atlanta, $2,400 a month. So it's a 1-bedroom in the city center of Contonu is 200 to 300. Okay. Utilities run about 110 to 230 a month. And that is inclusive of electric, heat, cooling, and water. And internet is about $40. So let's do it on the high side. 1-bedroom, 300. All your utilities, 230. That's 530. Internet, 40. That's $600 with your apartment and your utilities and everything. So let's go to the food. Food, a local meal, not item, meal is $2 to $4 US. Okay. A beer, if you go to the club or whatever, and they know how to party. Oh my God. It's West Africa. They be on, they be on lit, and they food. Nigeria is right next door, Ghana right next door. So you know how their food is. Oh my God. And they partying is, without a doubt. Turn up all the time. Okay. Beer, 60 cents US to $2 for a beer when you go to the club. So I guess a beer at the grocery store or whatever, 60 cents. If you go out to the club, $2. Bread, a loaf of bread, 20 cents. Are we getting played or are we getting played? Put a yes in the or a yes in the chat. If we getting clown being up in here, I get excited if I see a loaf of bread for $2. I get excited. I was like, ooh, I gotta get this. 20 cents to $1. And that bread was just made. This is a fresh loaf that just was made. Yes. A pound of rice is 50 to 80 cents for a pound of rice. But this is what's going to get y'all, because everyone can appreciate this right now. A dozen eggs. Y'all ready for this? 1 dozen eggs. Y'all put in the chat. I'm gonna have a contest. I'm gonna send somebody something. Guess how much a carton of dozen eggs are? Wild guess. Put in the chat. Whoever puts in the chat, because I like this to be interactive. YouTube, y'all too. Guess how much a dozen eggs are? And I believe this because when I was in Kenya, 1 egg was like 10 bob. Okay. And 10 bob is like 7 cents. Okay. An egg. So 12 eggs is 94 cents to $2.50 for a dozen eggs. Could I repeat that, please? 12 eggs, 94 cents to $2.50, not per egg, for 12 eggs. Right out the chicken's booty. How many of y'all need the repatriation book? It's ready, so y'all can go and do y'all step by step. By who ready to go? Who ready to go? Put in the chat who ready to go. And if you're not ready to go, please tell me why. You could just DM me and tell me why you're not ready to go. You could teach there if you have your education, if you have your degree, or if you're a teacher. You could teach there, and they would probably give you housing. And the cost of living for one person is under $600. That's with your food for the month. It's $600 a month with everything, your utilities, your rent, and you going out to eat. $600. Entertainment is to go to the movies is 30 cents to $1. How much our movie theater? Like $21 to go to the movies. $21. How much is the movies now? It's something ridiculous. $21 to go to see a movie. The gym membership is $3 to $8 a month. And to send your child to preschool is $12 to $24 a month. That's like private school. $24 a month. Send your child to school. Let me see what else. So, did I forget anything? I don't think so. So, you can, if you want to buy, and I'm not sure, and we're going to dig in more and more and more, because this is like my first round to talk about living there, but we're going to get deeper and deeper and deeper as time goes with the more popular places, to get the all the requirements, because some countries you could buy it. Some countries you have to be a citizen to buy, to own land. Okay. So it gets tricky. So we'll get more and more into that. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, if y'all trying to get mortgages, as I'm down that road, and it's not pretty, I don't care what they tell you. That's one thing different. In the US, they'll give you a mortgage if you're 80 years old. If your credit right, you got the down payment, they give you a mortgage. And most of these places, they don't believe in credit and all of that. The US does. The US believes in debt. In these other countries, they don't believe in debt. Okay. So if you see somebody with a car, the car is paid for. If you see a house, usually the house is paid for. They don't have mortgages. Okay. I went in there with my American self. Okay. Where my 3% down? They like, excuse me. 40% down. I was like, huh? 40%. So just to prepare y'all. So what I would suggest, just going through this process, of course you go visit. I don't want sharing this, and of course I'm having fun whatsoever. We have fun here and I have a lot of jest, but seriously, ignore, do not. This is what I want y'all to do. Everyone that's on live right now. Do not listen to CNN. Do not listen. I'm telling y'all, turn off your brain to the media and what's going on, because they're going to F you up. Y'all going to start to have panic attacks. Do not listen to the news. Be focused, uber focused on what you need to do. People ask me about, oh, so Gloria, what you think about? I don't know. And I don't care. Well, Trump said that he was getting rid of black. Really? I don't know. And I don't care. Because my focus is this time next year, looking at the beach over in Kenya. So I'm not getting myself clouded, because that's what they want you to do. Be all confused and messed up and in panic and fear monger mode. Don't do that, y'all. Turn off the TV, turn off CNN, turn off NPR, turn off all of that stuff. Turn it off. If you see Trump or whatever come on your timeline, turn to the next thing. Just focus on what you want. Miss Bethany, focus on the business that's going to be paying you. That's it. Do not get your mind all scrambled with what is going on. Because if you sit and listen to every single thing that's going on, and you won't be able to sleep. You'll wake up in a panic. You don't want that. Focus on what y'all want to do. Y'all are on this live for a reason. Stay focused, stay on target, so y'all can be free and go back home to Mother Africa, where we're from. Seriously. Because Africa is not the future. I'm going to repeat that. Africa is not the future. You are the future in Africa, but Africa is now. So go have a plan, because what you don't want to do is do things emotionally and then regret it. So you're having a great step by doing it step by step now, and having a clear head, getting the information that you need, and making the proper steps to go with God's help. Of course, ask God to lead you, but keep it moving. Do not get your mind all caught up in this crazy nonsense that's going on. But I think that's all we have. Thank y'all for being part of the hour of power. Because what? Knowledge is power. And 2, Africa is power. So we all in the right place. And now we just got to utilize it, not just hear it and it feels good. And this is not entertainment. Whoever's on this live, this is not entertainment. This is to help you with your plan to travel, scout, because the trips that we will be doing, that I will be hosting, is scouting trips. So you'll be able to visit, but also to, be respectful of your dime, to also look to plan to live there, because they've sold us this, false dream here, but we know where the real dream is. But they want to tell us, no, you're tripping. No, it's not. But everybody that's over there, I talk to a lot of, people that I know that's living there, and their whole vibe, their whole aura is like, they talk different. They're like, yeah, well, yeah. It's just unfortunate that y'all pay. Yeah, I went and got my eggs from my chicken, and I'm looking at the sunset on my porch. I'm sitting looking at the ocean. Yeah, it's really, that's kind of mess. Their whole aura is different. But anyway, But we're going to continue this tomorrow. I want to thank all of y'all for coming on, spending your hour of power with Miss G, with little old Miss G. We are growing and understanding this. Share this with everyone. And uh, definitely, I put in the chat or DM me. Okay, I have my list of my itineraries. I have not forgot of the folks that have requested it. I just have been running like crazy. You still will get it because I always keep my word. Um, the hour of power. So if you would like an itinerary for Contonu, Benin Republic, for what we have tonight, DM me, put it in the chat, and or DM me your email because I'll need your email to send it. I will definitely love to send you an itinerary complimentary of Glamp Lux Travels. If you have any questions, if you need Glamp Lux Travels to assist you in any of your travel needs, give me a call. We can set up to talk and see what you want to do. And also, I continue to say, that book is gold because it is my research and then my experience of um my journey or the journey, and but it's broken down for you for 12 months step by step of everything that you need to think of. And what I plan to do in the next couple months is do it on uh, a specific country. So if you want to go to Ghana, it will be a year breakdown of going to Ghana and what Ghana requires for uh, their citizenship, or like I said, owning a home, starting a business, all of that. It will be country specific. So put in the chat, y'all, what country you would like me to start researching and working on. I have the general one of going to moving or going to Africa, and now I want to start doing individual countries of repatriation. So I want to thank y'all so much. We ran over a little bit, but I will see y'all tomorrow, and we will be talking about Burkina Faso. Captain Ibrahim with his chocolate sandwiches. But anyway, we will see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank y'all so much. Be blessed and be safe. And stop watching TV, please. Just stop watching TV. Stop watching TV and get your plan on. All right. Take care. Bye.